Hi there. So today we're going to make some bracelets using inner tire tubes. There's so much you can make with that. These earrings were made by an artist in Montreal, and these are inner tire tubes. And then I also got this bracelet. Thanks, Tony, I wear it all the time. And this is inner tire tube right here. And now this is fancier than what we're going to do. If you're a jeweler, you can take a good look at that. Maybe it'll help you can try to make it. What we're going to do today are these two. So for this project, what you're going to need is a little kit like this. It's for it's got your little snap tool and you've got your snaps. Okay, I got this on Amazon. Little kit, wasn't very expensive and everything was in it. You'll want some scissors that cut very well, and you'll want a whole bunch of, well, you can just use one kind of hole punch, your regular hole punch. I've got a number of them here in different sizes, and it just gives a little something more to your bracelet. Depends what you want to do. And of course you need your inner tubes. And this, just get it from somebody who busted their tire on their bike, or go to your local bike shop and they're going to have tons. They'll just give it to you. Don't go buying some inner tire tubes. You can get these for free. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to cut yourself a piece that's going to be about what you want for your size. Doesn't need to be exact right now. So I'm just going to go here. Get rid of that, and then I know I'm working with this. I'm going to cut the sides here. And I suppose once it's open like this, you can make it as thick as you want. So I'm going to do it about there. So now see how you can get away with doing a lot of things with one tube, because all of a sudden I've got two bracelets I can do with just this one little piece. There's this powder underneath, so you want to go wash that off with soapy water, and then you won't have to be dealing with all this powder underneath. So let's do that first, okay? This one fits me well, so I'm going to use it for a size, okay? Take any bracelet that you have that you like the size of it. That's the easiest way to cut your piece. Once it's all washed up, you grab a piece and you cut it to the size that you want. So this piece for me is already cut up. I'm going to put this one aside, and this is what I'm going to mimic. The way this works is your white side is always the top. So this would be the top of my bracelet. This is going to be the part that's going to be on the top, like that, okay? You're going to flip. There's a little bump right there. This doesn't have a bump, so you know that you want to turn it so that you have the smooth one. This slides right in that, like that. Then this is the other part. So you got to flip it this way. It holds it. The white holds it down. And then this can just go on there with the bump facing up. Now it tells you all of this in your little kit, okay? And I'm going to put it, see on this I had put it pretty close to the edges, and I've measured it exactly to this, so I'm going to put it close to the edge. I'll do the cutting after. So you just put it where you want it to go, and then you give it a really good squish. That's how it's going to hold it there. And then it holds it. See, it squishes these little things inside, and then it holds it in place. So to put the other side on, what you're going to do is try it on your arm to see where you want the other part of your snap to go. Okay, and you're going to mark that with your pen. Okay, I'm going to take a hole punch, and I'm going to make a little hole at that spot. Marked it under here as well. There we go. So I made a little hole. You're going to put this piece on the inside, because you can always test it to see, like, on once I come to snap, you know you want this part to be there. This is what's going to snap together. So you put the little that through the hole, you put this on top, and then you go with this. You're going to have it with the bumpy side. So a while ago I had it there. I'm going to flip it to have have the bump. And I'm just going to slide, try to show you here. So I'm going to try to slide this into the white. It doesn't fit as snug as it did before on the other side. And then it's hanging on in there, and then I'm going to just give it a squish. And I want to give it a whole bunch of squishes. And then you can just test it out, make sure your snap is working properly. And mine is. If it's not, for some reason, sometimes it doesn't quite snap in, just go back and give it a squish a whole bunch of times until it works. Okay? All right, so we're now going to decorate it. The first thing I'm going to do is cut this here, because if my bracelet turns, I want it to still look good. So I'm going to use my scissors, and I'm just going to give it a little bit of a rounding shape here. Now, I feel like it's a little bigger on this side, so I'm going to trim it a little bit. So this is where you can make it all bumpy. You could give it any kind of shape you want, really. If you didn't cut it properly before, this is where you're going to trim it, because now you're fancying it up. You're making it finished up. There we go. So if I'm happy with the shape, then I'm going to go and do the holes. All right, so I'm going to start making the holes. So I made one big hole with this giant hole punch. And now I'm trying to make a flower. I've got this little tiny hole punch. So I like to put it in this way here so that I can see where it's punching the hole. So I'm just going to go around and... Alright, so I finished my little flower bracelet. This is the one we just did. So I just kept putting the big holes with little holes all around it. And I finished it up, which I think rather nicely. So you can do different motifs. And now we're going to cut this one in strips to do like we did here. So let's put that there. I think what I'm going to try here is to fold it. I'm going to make sure it's even. I'm going to try one of my strips cut this way. So I'm going to really do a thin cut. Just want to make sure that nothing's moving so that you don't snip right off of it. Let's see. Yeah, that works. So I'm just going to keep doing that. So I'm just going to make sure, again, that these sides are even. And then I'll cut another little thin strip. Now you could do a few thin strips, leave a really thick strip in the middle, more thin strips on the side. I mean, really, it's up to you. You do it the way you want. I'm going to do it all stringy, like I did here. All right, so it's all done. I like that there's a little bit of markings on this one. I kind of like that. So this is how you make yourself some bracelets. So you can let your imagination run wild and make what you'd like. So have fun making bracelets, everyone. Show me what you've got. Put your comments below. Don't forget to like my page and subscribe if you're interested. If you liked working with inner tire tubes, check my first video. I showed how to make a little pouch with inner tire tubes. There's lots you can do. I'm going to be making more videos. I'll be making earrings and other things too. So enjoy.